It's a beautiful, crisp morning in Algonquin Park.
It's a warm 3 degrees now. It was -6 when we got up this morning, so it's like tropical weather.
And that got our minds wandering and thinking about warmer times and warmer camping trips.
We're going to talk about our top 5 Ontario Provincial Park beaches that we love. We are Cheryl and Ben Coles.
We've been camping together for over 35 years.
A few years ago, we started doing video reviews of Ontario provincial parks to help people when researching places to visit.
We are now in season 4 of our park reviews.
We hope this helps you when deciding where to have your next camping adventure.
Thanks for coming along, Camping with the Coles.
Now we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 Ontario Provincial Park beaches. And to clarify, these are beaches at parks that you can camp at. So for example, Wasaga Beach Provincial Park has a very nice beach, but it doesn't get included in this list because you can't park or you can't camp at that park.
Correct.
So these are all parks that you can camp at, and these are our top 5 beaches.
Our preference.
Right.
Yeah.
Based on our last 4 years of reviews, where we've done over 40 parks. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Number 5, Pinery. So Pinery Provincial Park is one we've been going to with our kids for many, many years, since they were young. It's one of the first provincial parks that we've gone to.
Yeah, and we love Pinery.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is it has like 10 kilometers worth of beach on Lake Huron. It's a natural beach. They don't clean that beach up. Some parks, they groom the beaches.
Yeah,
this
Pinery
beach,
doesn't.
they don't do it.
Yeah.
So Pinery is technically broken down into 9 day-use beaches and 2 campers beaches. But really, it's all one 10-kilometer stretch of shoreline along Lake Huron. But it's sandy, and it is very nice. And they have a nice dog beach there.
And the kids love the sand dunes.
Yeah.
Getting to the beach. One of the negatives is you have to drive to get to the beaches.
Really, you're driving to get to the day-use beaches. But for Burley Beach and Dunes, you can walk to those if you're in Burley or Dunes campground.
Yes, which are a little handier.
Yeah, and those are the ones we usually go to.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go to the dog beach, then you're going for a little drive to get there.
You have to drive, yeah.
But it's not bad.
No.
So, that's Pinery. That's number 5.
Number 5.
Moving on. Number 4, Port Burwell. So Port Burwell.
Port Burwell, that one's fairly new to us because we hadn't gone there before, except when
We've
did
been
we
there
go?
a couple times.
3 years. When did we go? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pretty much have to drive to the beach. You can walk, but if you have all your stuff.
Yeah, it's about 1 kilometer down the beach trail to get to the beach, but most people drive because it has a lot of parking
There's
there.
a good amount of parking and little mini comfort stations in the parking areas.
Yeah, I know you like that.
Yeah, that's always an important thing.
And then there's 2.5 kilometers worth of beach along Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Now, Lake Erie is the shallowest of the Great Lakes, so it generally warms up the most in the summertime, so it's nice water for swimming in.
And it's a good one for our furry dogs. Our dog furry friends, furry dog friends.
Our dog friends or our furry friends. But yeah, it is great for the dogs.
For the dog.
What you see behind me for about 100 meters is the on-leash dog beach. And over on this side is the off-leash dog beach. And it goes right to that point there. So this is a huge area to bring your furry friends. They're gonna love it.
So there's a lot of beach there. Nice sand.
And it's a fairly deep beach to get
it's nice.
to the water. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
And it can get very busy in the summertime.
It's a hot spot.
A lot of people go there. A lot of people go there for day use. A lot of people bring their dogs there for day use. But if you do want to get a little more privacy, you can walk down the beach, walk away from the parking areas, and walk down the beach.
Just like any beach, the further away you get from the parking areas, the quieter.
But don't walk too far.
Don't walk too far because at the end of the property
is a nude beach.
Is the nude beach.
So you don't want to go too far down. We found out about that when I wanted to put my drone up, and you can't put a drone up in a provincial park. So we were walking down to look at the property's edge to get off property to put the drone up.
Where are we?
And and then we realized...
Actually, somebody told us who was standing down there.
Yeah.
Did you know what this is over here? I'm like, no. And
then we happened to saw a couple of gentlemen standing at water's edge, and we realized, yep, this probably isn't the best place to put up my little flying camera.
So you might not want to go all the way down to the end.
Yeah, but that's a bit of a hike. Most people don't go down that far.
But it's a great beach.
But it is a really nice beach.
Number 3, Presqu'île. So the beach at Presqu'île Provincial Park is 2.5 kilometers, the same as Port Burwell.
Yep.
And this is a very large sandy beach. It's like humongous.
We were very surprised
wide.
when we first got there because we walked from the parking lot, and it has a lot of parking there. And you walk from the parking lot and you get to the sand, and you realize the water is way down there.
Way down there.
It's a
so you
really
got, like,
wide
a
beach.
vast area. So if you want to play football on that beach, you can.
Yeah, it kind of
It's
reminded
huge.
me of beaches like in Florida and things like that, where it's just a really
There's a lot
deep
going on.
beach. Yeah, and we were in beach area 2, and beach area 1 is where they allow the water sports,
Yeah, like
kite surfing or kite boarding.
And there's a lot of that going on too.
Oh yeah, so
that I haven't seen at other beaches.
yeah, it was pretty cool that we were able to watch that, all the kite surfing going on. Now this is on Lake Ontario, so this is actually the 3rd Great Lake we've talked about in our top 5 so far.
Yeah, making rounds.
The water stays very sandy going out, and it
Which
stays
is nice.
shallow for a long
Yeah.
distance.
So
you
kids
can
would
see
love it.
people quite a ways out there, and they're up to their knees and then up to their waist. So yeah, it's really great for the kids. No dogs are permitted on the beach.
No, but there are rocky beach areas in the park.
Yeah. And then there's between the 2 beaches, well, they call it 2 beaches, but again, it's like one really big beach,
Yeah.
but they have
Like,
different parking
it's kind
areas.
of sectioned off.
Yeah. And between the 2 beaches is a full comfort station. So that's handy. So yeah, that was a really nice beach at Presqu'île.
Yeah, it was, yes.
And number 2 is right here, Pancake Bay. Pancake Bay. Wow, we were just at Pancake Bay a couple months ago. And that was stunning. That beach was just absolutely beautiful. It was 3.2 kilometers, and it was in a bay, so it was a wraparound kind of beach. And wow.
So for Lake Superior, it is like very cold water, but because this is in the bay, it's warmer, so it's more tolerable to swim in.
Yeah, and it stays shallow for a long period of time,
Yes.
and it's sandy.
It just clean.
all the way out.
The water's crystal clear. It's like that nice blue color,
Yeah.
right?
When we first got there, I thought we were in the Caribbean with the color of the water and the beautiful white powdery sand. And then I got nervous thinking, but it's Lake Superior, so that water's going to be so cold. But boy, were we pleasantly surprised.
You could swim in it.
Yeah, because it's a very shallow bay and it's protected, the sun heats it up. So the temperature wasn't too bad. It was quite similar to Lake Huron, not like other parks, beaches that we've experienced in Lake Superior. So we went swimming in it, and it was beautiful.
Hey, we got it. Hey. Lake Superior swimming.
Yeah.
Never thought we'd do it, but we're doing it. It's not so bad.
And the beauty about that beach is you can walk to it from any campsite in the park.
Yeah, because the campground is widthwise,
Yeah.
like parallel to the beach. It does go back a few
It's only
rows,
like
but
3 or 4 rows.
Yeah, so it's very accessible.
Yeah, so any campsite you're at, you're walking,
You just pull your wagon, and there's little
50 to
paths,
100 meters, and
little paths every few campsites, and you just go onto the beach.
welcome to our backyard. Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, if you saw our video, the dump station is at the beach, so you can fill your trailer,
and you
look at
can
the beach.
look at the beautiful beach.
and the dog beach is great there too, because it's
Yeah.
on the beach.
Yep, the dog beach is right on the beach. It looks like a beautiful, normal person beach.
Yeah.
And the dogs can play in the water there. So Pancake Bay, it is
and the
awesome.
group campsites are on the beach too, right?
Group campsites
So
are
like
also
everything
at
is
the
on the
beach.
beach because it's at full width.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a park
nice
and you want to be
whitish
spending every
sand.
day at the beach, Pancake Bay is the place to go.
Yeah, you don't get all the driftwood
Yeah.
and that sort of thing.
It's nice and clean.
Very clean.
Okay, we're on to number 1.
And number 1. Sandbanks Provincial Park.
Our number one is Sandbanks Provincial Park.
That's right.
I don't think that's going to be a surprise for most people. It's definitely not a surprise for anybody that's been there. And Sandbanks isn't just one beautiful beach. You get 3 beaches for the price of one.
Yes. So
It's not just like one long beach like some of the other parks that they just divide up. These are 3 very different beaches in different areas.
most people will go to the main beach, which
Outlet
is
Beach.
where the restaurant is. It's right across from there.
Yeah. The
It's
outlet,
quite large.
yeah, that's 2 kilometers of sandy beach. Has a store and a restaurant right across the street. And there's a comfort station that's handicapped accessible with a mat going right down to the water.
Yeah.
It also has a dog beach on one end of it.
Yes. And it's a
And-
nice, deep, sandy beach area that doesn't have a lot of driftwood. And that
No,
sort
it's
of
very
thing.
clean.
It's quite clean.
And it's really powdery sand. Remember
Yes,
us
it's
kicking
super
the
soft.
sand?
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
really powdery, nice sand.
Yes.
So that's probably the most popular beach there, Outlet Beach. But there's 2 more beaches. There's also Dunes Beach.
Yeah, I like that one.
And that's what everybody sees the pictures of when
Yeah.
they look at Sandbanks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
see Dunes Beach. Because it's huge, mountainous sand
Mountainous
dunes.
sand dunes, and the kids just love running up and down those. And
Yeah, it's incredible.
it's like walking through the desert.
And Dunes Beach is actually the world's largest Baymouth barrier dune. The world's largest.
And also Sandbanks, I think, is rated one of Canada's top freshwater beaches.
There's also a restaurant right on the beach with a store
And washrooms there.
and washrooms there.
And there's a playground at that one too. right?
Playground and a trail to hike around the dunes.
Yes, there's the trail right there.
So it was awesome. And then there's the third beach, the Lakeshore Beach. That one's 7 kilometers long. 7 kilometers of sandy beach.
Don't think there's room for any more, but there is.
And it has a dog beach on one end. And there's kiteboarding going on there too.
Yep.
There's a lot of kiteboarding going on there.
Yeah, it's an active park.
Oh, it is a very
That's why
active park.
it took us a few years to just be able to get into that park.
Yes, it's really,
It's
really
very
busy.
popular.
Very popular.
Well, it's close to Toronto too, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of people.
It's on Lake Ontario. Yeah, that is an absolutely beautiful park to go to if you were a beach person. And like I said, it is not a surprise to anyone, I think, that Sandbanks Provincial Park would be our number 1 pick.
Yeah. Although I'd prefer to go in shoulder season, just because it's so busy.
Yeah,
We went at the beginning of September, and it was still warm enough, though.
yeah, it was very nice
we
in
went.
September.
Yeah.
Beautiful beach days,
So
and
that
it
was a
wasn't
good
that
time.
busy at all. So yeah, in the middle of the summer, it does get pretty busy. But fortunately, the beaches are big enough that it can handle all that crowd. But if you're
Luckily.
looking for a little less crowd, go in the shoulder season.
Yeah.
So there we have it. All 5 of our parks are on the Great Lakes. We didn't pick any parks that actually were any inland lakes.
No.
We have a Lake Erie, 2 Lake Ontario, a Lake Huron, and Lake Superior. So we've covered them all.
Yes.
The only one we didn't cover is Lake Michigan, but that's not in Ontario.
That's right. That's right.
But we got all the Canadian Great Lakes covered in our top 5.
Yeah,
So
it'd be interesting to hear what everybody else thinks and
Yeah.
what their favorite beaches,
let us know in the comments.
Ontario Parks beaches, that is.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what your favorite beach is. Let us know if there's one that we missed because we haven't been to that park, or one that we have been to the park but you think is
Do you
one that should have
agree
made
or
our top
disagree
5.
with our choices?
Yeah. So that's it for our top 5 parks. And we hope you keep this in mind when you're looking for your next camping adventure. If you're looking for the beach, any one of these parks would be a great choice for you.
You've probably already started booking.
And you're all excited for the next season, and so are we. So until then, happy camping.
Happy camping.